Now, AJ, man, there was some bad blood, right? Former training partners. This is one thing that kind of puzzled me, man. UFC Paris, right? All the UFC events, you got security, right? You get hired as a security guard, right? And you're in the cage and you're doing your security, you're doing your job, right? And then the fighters get in front of each other, and then all of a sudden you're so entertained, you just forget that like your job is to not let that happen. You know what I mean? Because this was multiple times. This happened in the Makdessi Haqparast fight. This also happened in, what was the other one? What was the one where they were going back and forth? It was Imavov versus Buckley. Where like, bro, it would be like you're on top of them, and then you stand up, and then they cut to commercial because ESPN is fucking so money hungry. They can't just let us see what happened, and you're standing over them, and you just, what's up? You know what I mean? Like I ain't moving. You know what I mean? I might get teabagged. And security ain't doing a damn thing. Was that a little troubling to you?
I mean, it's funny because it really is. They're fighting the whole time. So as security, you're sitting there watching like, oh, this is entertaining. Oh, shit, it's time for me to do my job. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It really is a thing, man. It is a little bit troubling because it's one of those ones where you can very easily get out of hand. And then we're in a whole, Khabib, Conor situation. Luckily, then that doesn't happen too often, but it can happen pretty quick and faster than you think.
Absolutely, man. And listen, the story of this fight, this was striker versus striker, right? Haqparast, he said I'm a better grappler, and he actually showed it a little bit to kind of squeak out a win here. Now, even though it was 30-27 times 2, 29-28, Makdessi did outstrike Haqparast. He threw more than Haqparast. Haqparast, I think he was just a little more sharp, man. It was pure boxing versus an MMA fighter, right? And the pure boxer pretty much won. And then when he caught Makdessi, when you were like, oh, okay, Haqparast started to slow down in that third round, Makdessi was coming forward. He says, oh, you're going to come forward? I'm going to let you throw. Duck right underneath, grab the double. He did it a couple of times, right? 3 takedown attempts. He landed 2 of them. This was overall just a pretty much of a clinic of a performance. A good win to get Haqparast back on track. But you got to ask yourself, if you're John Makdessi, you're 18-8, you're 37 years old, are we seeing any more of John Makdessi here?
I think he fights out his contract. I think that's the big thing for this one, man. I think Makdessi fights out his contract. And unless he goes on, and I don't know how many fights he has left on his contract, but unless he goes on a 2-fight winning streak after this, I don't really think so, man.
So for Haqparast, man, what are your thoughts? Just give me the vibe, the feel. After this win, are you feeling hopeful? Or are you feeling optimistic? Or are you feeling like, oh, man, this was Makdessi. This was kind of like a layup for you. Not a layup, don't get me wrong, no disrespect. But this was like a winnable fight for you. Maybe you should have performed a little bit better. Yeah, you won the fight handedly, right? But I would have liked to see a little bit more. That made me be like, oh, yeah, that Haqparast, he's back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that in this fight. So how are you feeling? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't think this was one of the fights that really like made a stake. Haqparast putting his stake in the ground, claim this is my territory. Nobody's coming across this line. This is more of okay, I can get better. Yeah, I won the fight. Now I have some improvements to do, because this isn't a win that's going to make everybody be like, damn, Haqparast is the dog now. This is more of a one like, okay, he's getting back. He's kind of coming back into it. He's learning some stuff. He has a little bit more room to grow. If you would have gotten a finish or got a very, very dominant decision win, then, because you're right, this was one side, not completely one-sided, but more of a one-sided fight than not. I was surprised by the 29-28 when I saw it. I was like, okay, I mean, I guess every judge has to. I feel like they're like, they tell them like you have to give at least one person has to give him 1 round or something like that. Because I saw it, I was like, okay. I mean, I guess, but if Haqparast would have had an amazing performance, then we'd be saying that. But not really with this one. I think this is more of a path to grow than anything.
And we'll leave it right there. Path to grow for Nasrat Haqparast, back on track. And let's get another one on the board and see where we're going from there. So.